If you are planning on writing and launching a book, okay, this video is going to be absolutely important to you. I'm going to share with you 3 things you should do before you self-publish or launch your book. This is going to be pivotal to the success of your book, okay? So you want to stay tuned for the 3 tips. So I'm sharing these tips with you because I've made these mistakes before, okay? So here's the thing. Win at Freelance Writing, which is one of the books I talk about a lot, it's my most recent book, is not the first book I wrote. I had written several books. I wrote a fiction novel. I have 2 other nonfiction books before Win at Freelance Writing. But the truth is that I hadn't done these things that I'm about to share with you, and because of that, those books haven't sold as many copies as Win at Freelance Writing has. And I'm going to tell you the difference between those 3 first books, okay, and Win at Freelance Writing. So the first thing is it's important for you to build an audience before you plan to self-publish or launch your book. Now, I know there is such a thing as ads. You can pay for Amazon ads. You can even use Facebook ads to promote your book. Absolutely. Like, that is something that you can do. However, if you, let's say you don't have the money to put into ads right now and would like to do this organically, then it's absolutely important for you to have an audience who is going to be interested in your book. So for instance, before I launched Win at Freelance Writing, I had been building this YouTube channel for almost 2 years, a little bit over 2 years. For about a year and a half, I've been talking very, very consistently about freelance writing. And so because I knew that there were people on my channel that were interested in freelance writing, because I knew the people on my email list that were interested, I had an audience, whether that was a small audience or a big audience. This is the other thing. It doesn't have to be a huge audience of 10,000 people or 5,000 people. It could just be even 500 or 1,000 people, all right, who are interested in the specific topic you talk about. If you have that, then go ahead and launch that book, all right? So that's the first thing, is you really want to make sure you have an audience that you are launching the book to. In fact, even these days, if you decide to go the traditional publishing route, a lot of them now require that you have an audience of some sort in order for them to accept your book to be promoted by them, because they don't want to be doing all the marketing by themselves. So whether you decide to go the traditional publishing route or you decide to go with self-publishing like I have, building an audience is going to be absolutely important. So make sure to do that. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, gee, so how do I build an audience? There are so many ways to do that. You can get on YouTube, you can get on Instagram, you can go on LinkedIn. Just choose one platform out. You can start a blog, choose a platform, start creating content, and start actively promoting that content. Another way you can build an audience is also by collaborating with other people that already have an established audience that may be a crossover with your audience. Okay, so go find those people, go be guests on their podcast, go be, YouTube guest on their YouTube channel, go guest post on their blog. And as you continue to do that, you will begin to build a core audience that enjoys the topic that you discuss. The second thing you want to do is you absolutely want to let people know about your book before your book comes out. I also made this mistake before, where I went through the whole process, published the book before I started telling people about it. Don't do that, friend, okay? Don't do that. Even as you come to the end of writing your book, I really want you to start talking about your book. If it's only 5 people who will listen, that's okay. Okay, start posting about it in your Instagram stories. Start talking about it on your YouTube channel. Have sneak peeks of your book. You really want to get people interested and excited about your book. I did this for about a month before I launched Win at Freelance Writing, and I had a lot of people who were messaging me and were saying, I'm so excited about your book. I'm so excited about your book. And truly, on launch day, the book did really well, and we ended up hitting the #1 new release in 2 categories, okay, in 2 categories on Amazon. It's absolutely possible for that to happen for you, but you don't want to wait until the day you publish your book or the day you launch your book to start telling. No. Way before you start doing you actually publish the book, you need to start talking about the book. Number three, okay, number three is to have an email list that is interested in your book. So I talked about audience. This is related to the audience thing I talked about in the first point. However, this one is a little separate from that, in the sense that now you have people who are really interested, okay, in your book, who are really interested specifically in your book. So when you build an audience, okay, you may be talking about a few different things, and not everybody will be interested in everything that you have to talk about, unless you're talking about a very niche thing, okay, unless you're talking about something super niche. But in my world, I talk about freelance writing, I talk about writing books, I talk about productivity. So there are few buckets of content that are related to one another that people listen to me for. And so the people that love my freelance writing content may be slightly different from the people that enjoy my productivity content, even though it all falls under entrepreneurship. So what you want to do is set up a landing page, and you can do this with so many services out there. Services like MailerLite or ActiveCampaign, they have ways for you to set up a simple landing page, okay? And all a landing page is it will have a form where people can put in their name and their email address to tell you specifically they're interested in your book. The way that I did that was to give away a free chapter of my book. So once I had written the first draft of the book and it was going through editing, during that period where I kept on telling people about the book before launch date, what I did was I told people, you can download a free chapter of my book and go to this link. And for about a month, I kept on promoting that. And so I had a list of people who were ready to buy the book once the book was launched. And so on launch day, I emailed those people specifically because the fact that they had downloaded that first chapter was a strong indicator that these were the people that would be interested in actually buying the book. It ended up working out really well. All right, so the first thing, like I said, build your audience. The next thing is to make sure that you're promoting your book way ahead of the day that you are going to actually release the book. And then you want to make sure you really build a highly targeted email list that will enjoy your book, and that interest list will really tell you the people that, if people are even interested in the topic, you'll find out. And once you launch that book, you actually release the book, you can send those people an email, as well as everybody else. But I feel like those people are especially special because they opted in, and you'll find that you'll be way more successful than just launching the book without doing any of these things. So are you planning on writing a book? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know if this video was helpful to you as well. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and check out these other videos I have on book writing.